So in college football, there's a lot of different passes. So you can go with something like a bullet pass. That's going to be in the direction. You've got to make sure that you're free because it's going to be the one that's the most direct. So as you can see here, we've got a few different runs. Predominantly it'll be better for this B guy on the right here. That is kind of more like that shotgun. You know that he's going to turn. You can kind of catch it as he's turning, as you know that run is. So for instance, I know once he gets to like just past that 30 that he's going to be turning around and he's going to be looking for the ball. So there, he's managed to get that step away from the defender, and the defender's not going to read that, like unless you're either overplaying it, you kind of miss the pass. So for instance, if I go for the B, I know he's going to turn and forget about the sack. Oh my. But say I forget about the turn, so I've kind of let him turn and then I've done it. The defender's so much closer, so it's meant for the bullet pass. But there is one called a lob, which looks something like this. So say Y's over there. It's just a absolute Hail Mary down there. It is very ripe for interceptions. It's only good, I would say, is if, for instance, you've got no hole there. You've kind of got the Y running through. So if I'm looking for something like that now, that might be a good move, and obviously you've got to get the power right. It's mainly, to be honest, for a hip toss. So if I'm kind of looking over somebody, I'm looking for that deep ball over and I can get that catch in. It's not necessarily the greatest pass every single time, but once you've kind of utilized it that little bit, you could possibly get it on the money every time, and you don't have to wait for the person to be there. So for instance, if I take that Y run again, if I went for like more of a bullet pass, it's going to be in the way, but potentially if you've got somebody in front of him, maybe he's making in the run behind, then that's going to be perfect. Rather than that, the bullet pass is going to be great, but like you can see, they're very quick on him. Whereas with the lob pass, if I'm getting the right power on it and making the right spiral, then obviously it's going to be a good one for you to try and get. And obviously it's going to be, like I say, very, very hard in some scenarios. You kind of want it to be where your kind of line has managed to go through. So somewhere like here, I can kind of go for that catch there. He's completely away from his defenders. It's going to lob over everybody. And all you've got to do for this is literally just tap an X. It will have to be, obviously, with the O-line doing their job here. But it is kind of like that last-ditched kind of momentum. You can kind of give it a good lob. As you can see, nearly getting in, but it may not be the most accurate. That's going to be the big thing. You can just do it quite quickly, so if you just wanted a little one, you've just got to make sure that your person can get to the root as well. That's going to be the big thing. So there is loads of different ones that you can go with, but always make sure that you are practicing this. You can do it in the practice mode. You can change the runs up. You can obviously change the play, which is going to be good. And you can kind of learn what's the best pass in each and individual play.